Zion National Park in Utah. Inside the canyon, you're surrounded by sandstone. Walls of red rock meet the bright blue sky. For the most part, it's stunning and serene, but one trail here is just plain scary. We're about to hike Angel's Landing. It's said to be so high that only angels could land there. There are 1,000-foot drop-offs on each side. It's gonna take us about 4 hours, we think. It's 5.4 miles round trip. The trail greets you with the soothing sound of a river. And as soon as you cross the bridge, your feet hit pavement for the first part of the hike. Immediately, the views in the canyon could take your breath away. Then, your breath is actually taken away by a steep climb. You see those little tiny people up there? We're gonna be up there in just a moment. So now we're up here where we just saw those people that look so tiny. That's the view. It's pretty high. Kind of terrifying, and I'm very out of breath. Sweet relief came soon enough. This is Refrigerator Canyon. It's shaded and cool and green and breezy. That little break didn't last long enough before we met Walther's Wiggles, a series of switchbacks. I would talk, but I can't stop panting. Luckily, I ran into a cute critter to distract me from my agony at the moment. Then I looked up and saw the first set of chains I would need to cling to as I climbed higher. We made it to Scouts Lookout, the final stop before the steepest part of the ascent. Chains usually hold things down, but on this trail, they help you up. Even with them, you need some upper body strength and sturdy hiking shoes. After about 20 minutes of grabbing metal and concentrating on every single step, we made it to the top and headed for the heavenly view. This is what I came for, the summit, 1,500 feet above the ground. Standing close to the edge didn't scare me, and at first, the descent didn't either.
I was feeling confident.
I know.
And then I thought, maybe I shouldn't feel so confident.
Then reality set in. I'm somewhat afraid of heights, but on the way up, I could keep my eyes looking up too. On the way down, that wasn't an option. I was forced to look into the depths of the canyon, knowing a wrong step would be my last. I asked my boyfriend to go in front of me in case I slipped, and as you can see, I took slow steps. By the time we headed down, many hikers were heading up, and the trail got busy. Groups of people waited to go down, while others came up, and then vice versa. I used my time waiting for a photo op. I was ready for the chains to end, even if it meant going back through those switchbacks. It is quite the workout, but still much easier than going up. I made some fellow tourist friends for the way down, and before I knew it, we were crossing the bridge, and I could proudly say I hiked Angel's Landing.
We did it!
Here's my review for you.
It wasn't nearly as difficult as I expected. Everyone said it was a strenuous hike, that's how it's rated, but if you're used to hiking some pretty moderate trails, I think you're gonna do just fine on it. There were some areas where it was pretty steep going up the first portion of the mountain, and that was tough for me. I had to take a break. I felt a little dizzy, but after that, it was more of just a mental battle because of being able to see the heights while you're holding on to the chains. So that for me was the most difficult part. Just, I would say if you're coming here in the summer, make sure you go early. We got here at about 7 and we got on the trail at 7:15. We brought lots of water. It got really hot and uncomfortable on our way down, but during our actual hike, it was amazing. And it only took us about 3.5 hours. So I hope that you can do this and experience it all yourself.